Hey everyone, it's Anne, Jazz Soul City Scented, where we discuss artsy, weirdo, vintage, indie, sometimes designer, sometimes just a perfumery. If you like that, you were in the correct place. Thank you so much for joining me again. I don't have a headache right now, so let's have a quick conversation before that sets in. Last night, I had the unfortunate dream that my house was burning to the ground. Don't know what prompted this. It was kind of disturbing, actually. But it gave me kind of pause. Obviously, saving your family, your pets, important legal documents, yourself is priority. Secondly, if you had an extra minute and you felt so inclined, would you grab 5 perfumes? I probably would, to be honest with you. I'd throw whatever I could into a bag and not give a shit. But if you had a second to think about it, what are 5 perfumes that you would absolutely grab if you had, let's say, 2 minutes of time and not the stress of your home burning around you? So I literally gave myself 1 minute to pull things in my general vicinity, right? Because you're not going to have time to go through your closet, pull things out, go through your drawers, pull things out. Not going to happen. So what are 5, again, that you can easily access that you need to be with for the rest of your life? So I'm not going to go through these in great detail, but we'll go through them pretty quickly. So in alphabetical order by fragrance, let's start with this first one. This gorgeous beauty is Azure by Estee Lauder. And let me tell you when it was released in the notes, just so you're aware. Hold on, please. So this was originally released in 1969 by Estee Lauder. She's got a really cool backstory, by the way. I've mentioned Allison Chase from YouTube several times, but she does a really, really great job of explaining Estee Lauder's backstory, how she came to be. Good on her. She was an absolute gangster. Back to the perfume, though. This was 1969 again, and it was done by the great, outstanding, if there were a perfume hall of fame here in the States, he would be one of the first people. I would canonize him if I could. Bernard Shaw. The new versions of this are not as robust as the original version. They're not bad, but they're not as robust. So the notes of the original are aldehydes, basil, citrus, gardenia, jasmine, artemisia in the top. Now, the aldehydes and the citrus will go, as well as the gardenia and the artemisia possibly, in older bottles like this. And that's the case, unfortunately, with this bottle. It's really, really mid and base note heavy. Those mid notes being vetiver, geranium, orris root, mugwort, rose. It's a beautiful rose. And ylang ylang. Stunning. And the base, though, is my jam. So leather, moss, amber, and patchouli, right? So what I get from this fragrance still, I already have 2 fragrances, one of which we'll talk about. If you don't love basil, don't even consider this. Oh my God. It's so unbelievably gorgeous. It might be my favorite leather of all time, and that's saying a lot because Bellamy and Bondi are 2 of my favorite leathers. Anyway, this would be number 1. Okay, so moving on to numero dos would be this absolutely gorgeous beauty that I'm wearing right now. This, and the second fragrance, doubles as a stress-relieving comfort fragrance for me. So if I need something when my brain is just like the fastest pinball game in the world, which happens pretty much every day, this one is actually great for me. So this one is by Clandestine Laboratories, and it is Chiron. Someone asked me once on Reddit, like a year ago, if I could pick one fragrance for the rest of my life, what would it be? And this was my answer. If I don't drop it and destroy it. The reason being, it's absolutely fantastic. So this was released in 2024 by the illustrious genius that is Mark Sage. This fragrance to me responds differently on my skin depending on what season it is and then how stressed I am. But it's always beautiful and always comforting, always powerful, and just, I think, absolutely fantastic. So the notes herein, again, per Perfumo, because I did not go to every website, are amber, apple, bergamot, cinnamon, cocoa, coffee, which I don't normally love. So thank you, Mark, for blending it so well that it doesn't give me a migraine. Frankincense, myrrh, rose, saffron, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, and the white musk that Mark loves. It's fantastic. So, I don't know how to describe my love for this because it is gourmand-ish, right? It's got some sweeter notes, some coffee, some cocoa. It's so glorious, right? And apparently I like apple, right? But the apple's not anything that's synthetic and terrible and disgusting. But this would definitely be one that I grab because, again, when I smell it, I just smile and get happy, right? So you obviously should be endogenously able to make yourself happy. Some days it's hard. So you need some assistance. This one would definitely be number 2 in the big bottle. And I keep them all in... I would have to take these out and label them, or label them somehow, because I don't label them. Mark has batch codes on the bottom of the newer bottles now. But I would hopefully have this out. Or just out. But I keep them in the package because I'm a weirdo. Okay, anyways. So Chiron's number 2. Azari number 1, Chiron number 2. Numero 3 is this beauty from Chanel. So I'm keeping the conversation about Gabrielle Chanel as a person out of this conversation. And this was originally released in 1984. If you haven't read the book 1984, please consider it. Anyways, not germane to this conversation. This was done by Jacques Polge, the in-house perfumer for Chanel forever. And the note listing for this one is absolutely fantastic. If you try to buy a vintage bottle, though, make sure you get one that's at least over half full, like this. Because, again, the top notes and the mid notes can go to shit. The top notes being coriander... Sorry, that was Alexa butting into our conversation. Anyways, back to the notes. So the top notes are coriander, frangipani, mandarin orange, and pimento. The coriander in this is not like in Coriander by Jean Couturier, but it's close. It's fantastic to my nose. The heart note and the coriander, frangipani, and the orange can kind of get weird if these bottles are old or not stored properly, but still worth purchasing if you can find this for a great deal. Heart notes of angelica, ylang ylang, cinnamon, iris, and jasmine. I missed one. Angelica, ylang ylang, orange blossom, rose, cinnamon, iris, and jasmine. The floral heart is absolutely beautiful here. The base is benzoin, honey, not a very sweet honey, nor is it really animalic. It's, in my mind, just Goldilocks, like just right. Patchouli, amber, frankincense, musk, tonka bean, and civet. So this, I just really love this fragrance. I think I have, whoops. Oh my God. It's so fantastic. So yeah, I would definitely agree with grabbing this one for sure. And it plays in all seasons well on my skin. It's not super crazy loud. It's not really cloying in my opinion. I would wear it though if you buy this on your skin a few times before you go out in public with it. But my God, it's absolutely beautiful. So numero tres. Okay, I'm running out of time. The fourth fragrance I would grab. This is a new bottle that I haven't opened yet, but just saying because it's all I could grab in my general vicinity. This bottle of Guerlain Shalimar. This is from the 1960s, actually. If there's a girl, and I can't ever pronounce her name, Kafkaesk. She does a beautiful series about dating Shalimar bottles, and I'm going to pull out the Shalimar bottles that I have in the compare, the Parfum anyway. But as a rule, I really don't enjoy any Shalimar after the PDT version in the 80s. It's fine, but it's just not the same Shalimar to my nose. And the notes of the OG Shalimar, which are not at all the notes of what you'll find today, nor you'll find in the flankers. Oh, hold on, please, my webpage. So the notes of the original, done by Jean-Paul Guerlain, and remember, this fragrance was released in 1921 first, and then 1925 second. So you actually can find bottles of the 1921 stuff. I think they called it number 21. There was some copyright issue back in the day, but it meant, again, JPG and Francois Coty shared formulas back in the day, like I mentioned in a previous video. So you'll find that Coty Emerald smells a lot like Shalimar, but Shalimar, in my opinion, is much more refined than Coty, but I still love them both. They're fantastic. The notes of the OG Shalimar are bergamot, lemon, jasmine, rose, orris, apopanax, which is sweet myrrh, tonka bean, birch tar, patchouli, incense, vetiver, civet, castoreum, vanilla musks. And it's a heavy, beautiful, wonderful nitro musk. I will take all of the carcinogens. Please give me them. This would definitely be one that I would grab because I have 9,000 bottles of this, and I have 9,000 bottles for a reason, right? This would be absolutely, I think, my signature scent. If I had to pick one scent for the rest of my life, this would be it. Hands down. Okay, last fragrance because we're running out of time. This one is Estee Lauder Youth Dew. And again, 2 from Estee Lauder, fine. She originally released this as a bath oil in the early 1950s because back in the day, if you were a female, regardless of how you identified, you didn't buy, sexuality-wise, you didn't buy perfume for yourself, right? Your partner bought it for you, and it was always just seen as something that men purchased for women, which is this perverse ownership thing, which we're not talking about, we're running out of time. But the notes here are Jonquil, lavender, and rose, spices, jasmine, lily of the valley, moss, patchouli, and vetiver. And my God, this is so fantastic. Like, I love spicy orientals. This bottle would absolutely come with me and a fire. So we covered 5 fragrances really quickly: Azure, Chiron, Chanel, Coco, Shalimar, and Youth Dew. I want to hear what you guys are. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.